My question is, how do you know if you are living your soul journey that you are called to do?
Do not try to have your soul do anything. Instead, you should try to obtain all the knowledge that you can. When I say that you should try to obtain all the knowledge, it doesn't mean that you need to read more books or that you need to go to a college. No, that is not what I mean. True knowledge is accepting information that is given to you from the relationship standing right in front of you. Today, the world has evolved to a knowledge-based society. Depending on which country you are in, the type of knowledge that is required of you differs. Similarly, the type of relationships that you will encounter will also depend on your level as well as which country you live in. Regardless of this, there is something to be learned from those relationships. Conversations are the movements of knowledge between two people. When having conversations, there is an exchange of spiritual energy between the two people that occurs, and when that happens, you receive spiritual power. Relationships are not something that you have control over. In fact, relationships are gifts from God. And how you correctly handle or approach them will be up to you. Relationships are given to you by God. You cannot create relationships on your own. So why does God give them to you? They are given because you need it. That is why you don't choose your children. Rather, they are given to you by God. There are blood relationships and then there are regular relationships. Grand nature provides everything that you need through these relationships. So, if you need knowledge, then this knowledge is provided through relationships. When you have attained enough knowledge, then this allows your soul to be fulfilled. So naturally, you form good relationships with other people. If you maintain a good relationship, then you can get everything from there. And if there isn't any more knowledge to be gained there, God will provide you with new people to form relationships. Depending on how well you attain knowledge and live your life, God will provide unlimited amounts of things for you so that you can live a comfortable and high-quality life. God doesn't have a hand to put gold in your pocket. If God wanted to give you gold, He would give a person to form a relationship with instead. If you maintain a good relationship with that person, then it forms an environment where gold is given to you. We live in a knowledge-based society. If the United States wants to live well, then Americans need to be full of knowledge. If there is a lack of knowledge, then your actions are not well understood, and people may not like what you do. Then Americans would be despised. And if you are despised, then your life will become harder. People from all over the world did come to the United States. So what kind of education did you provide? Did the United States create an infrastructure for this education? The United States did bring in many people here. However, they lacked the infrastructure to provide proper education. And as such, the United States cannot become a highly intellectual country. So there will be more laborers and fewer researchers. The United States can become a high-quality society when there are more researchers who study these topics, create programs, and write books to share with the world. This is the type of work that the United States should be creating. Only then will the United States become a high-functioning society. Manual labor and surviving to just eat and live well is akin to animal life. We are humans, and we make an effort to become humans. We will be treated with respect, when we have acquired such basic knowledge. We are working towards becoming a genuine human because humans are gods. So where does spirituality come from? The spirituality of today comes from the words of pastors, monks, and spiritual leaders, as well as from the relationships of people around you. These are the highest forms of spirituality. If you listen to other people's words well, then you are absorbing their spiritual power. Let's say that you are not so well off, and a rich person comes to you and talks to you. If you listen to him well with gratitude, then you will become rich. The words of a rich person are different from the words of a poor person in that the quality of the words is different. If you want to become rich, then you need to listen to their words well. Then you will become rich. There are different kinds of rich people. There are rich people who are also very intelligent. If you listen to these people, not only will you become rich, but you will also become intelligent. Let's say that there's another rich person who got rich just by focusing on making money. If you listen to this person, then you will become an ignorant person like a gangster. Do you want to become a rich gangster or rich and intelligent? This is the decision we need to make. From whom are you going to receive energy? Depending on who you receive the teaching and development, it will determine your life. This is the current state of the United States. Therefore, the relationships given to you are God's gifts. If you are not living a righteous life, then God will send you a cheater. Whatever you have saved will disappear. Why? So that you would study again. God has never made an error, not even 0.1 millimeter. But we are misinterpreting him. Why? Because we do not understand grand nature's law. Because you do not properly understand the relationship you have with God, God wants to teach you. He does not just want to make you rich. God provides you with different relationships so that your soul will grow and expand. If your soul grows and expands and lives righteously, then your life will be holy and always be respected and admired by others. Then you will have lived a successful life. Your life success is not determined by the amount of money you saved. Instead, how you benefit others with the money you have saved will determine whether you will be respected or admired. Grand nature didn't give you all that money so that you would just live and die rich. If you make lots of money, own wealth, and other resources, without understanding the principles, then you will not be able to handle the great energy of the wealth, and it may ruin your life. That is why education is so important. Similarly, if your spiritual power grows with proper education, then it would benefit many people. In doing so, your life will shine. After you complete your life here, you will go to heaven and meet God, the Father. Then He will welcome you as His child. This is how you should rise to heaven with purity. This is the true rapture. Yes, the future is the era of rapture. The new era since the year 2013 is the era of rapture. Then what do you have to do to ready yourself for the rapture? You have to study about this. But when I came out, people were sitting at the top of a mountain, sitting like this, and thinking that just believing in God, He will pull you up like this. They stand at the top of a mountain praying like this. Rapture doesn't happen like that. If you live your life correctly and shed your physical body, then your soul will rise to heaven. You will not wander on earth as ghosts, but rise to heaven and send out energy as a great spirit to people on earth so that our brothers and sisters can remove their sins and lead them to rise to heaven as well.
이끌어주는 일을 하는 것이다.